What's up, everyone? Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is March 8th, 2019. As you can see, as always, when I'm driving to work, I am stuck in traffic. Shocker, huh? But as some of you may know, I try to make the best out of this time that I'm in traffic, either by doing one of a few things. But the two main things that I do is either A, try to record some content for you guys, or B, listen to audiobooks. So the audiobook that I'm currently listening to is The Last Lecture by Dr.Randy Pausch, or Pausch. I don't want to butcher his name. So for those of you that may not know him, Dr. Randy Pausch was an engineer, and he did pass away to pancreatic cancer, unfortunately. The reason I say unfortunately is because I strongly believe that we need more people like Dr. Randy Pausch, in the sense that he, even in the times that he knew he only had a few months to live, his demeanor, his overall energy, his let's quote unquote his being in totality was something to emulate. Now, just started his book today, and it is a tearjerker. But I wanted to talk about one thing that he mentions early on in the first chapter, and it's in reference to when we feel that life isn't fair, right? So one thing that he states in that first chapter is, you cannot change the cards you are dealt. However, you can change how you play your hand. So what that means, right, is the fact that in our lives, there is a predetermined deck of cards for us. And what he says is that when the dealer, right, life, hands you your hand, you can't change those cards that you were handed, in the sense that, unless you're playing like Goldfish or something, but either way, you just have to play a better hand. You have to bluff, you have to fold this, that, etc. And you're not going to win every time. But one thing that I know is that when comparing it, in my opinion, to like a casino, you're dealt that hand. That doesn't mean that you have to stay at that casino. If that hand's not for you, right, and this is talking about circumstances, right, because each moment in our lives is influenced by circumstances. So if you are not happy with what's going on at that given moment, what's holding you there, right? Now, there's an argument that I've had with people that I know, people who are close to me, people who are not, and it's in reference to certain people who are kind of stuck in this rut, right? Stuck in this bubble in which they feel that their circumstances determine who they were, who they are, and who they are going to be. And the funny thing is that they're right. Interesting, right? You probably thought I was going to say that they're wrong. But that's the thing. People acknowledge the fact that circumstances influence their persona. However, they do nothing about it. So they analyze that there is a problem, right? That there is a proverbial elephant in the room. And they leave it at that. So they basically say, aha, here it is. And then they leave it there. The interesting part of life is that even the words that I'm saying out to you right now, I can think about what I'm going to say and say it. And at the same time, if I don't want to say something, I don't. What makes life so different? Right? What magic force field is holding us back from truly achieving what we want to do? And see, certain listeners or watchers of these videos might think, oh, Usmani has it all figured out. And the fact of the matter is that I don't have anything figured out. And as much as it is stressful, there are times that I don't feel great. There are times that I feel down. And there's times that I feel fantastic. But that's the beauty of life. The fact that you are able to enjoy and experience and ride out so many different moments and emotions and celebrations and so on and so forth. And there's nothing scripted here. I'm not reading from a list or anything. I'm just having a conversation with you guys. But to go back to the phrase that Dr. Pausch said was, you can't change the cards that you're dealt, but you can play a better hand. And he's absolutely right. Like, you can't look at it in the macro, right? Because you're not only going to have one card game in life, in my opinion, right? So this is kind of like a plot twist to what he said. But you are going to have different casinos that you visit, right? You're going to treat these circumstances like a casino. I've never been to Vegas. If anybody wants to invite me, you got to invite the whole family. I'm not going to go by myself. So, if you were in Vegas, right, from what I've heard, there's many casinos. You don't like what's going on in one casino? What'd you do? You lost a couple of bucks. Be happy it only cost you a couple of bucks. Get your ass up, go to another casino, and try your luck there, right? That's life. There's no magic force field that's holding you in your current circumstances. The only force field that's holding us in our current circumstances is one that you cannot see. The only way that you can see it is through meditation, because it's in your mind. That is the only force field that's holding us, our decisions, our thought process. Our mind is what's going to grant you access to success or strip you of your ability to achieve it. So, I don't have a clear and concise path that I want to embark on with this channel, because I think it would take away from the authenticity of it. And to be frank, I didn't record in the last 2 days. Actually, I did record on Wednesday, but last night I just got caught up with a couple of things, had a couple of calls at night, and in the morning I just wasn't feeling 100%, so I didn't record. But that is fine, right? Because when we look at it in wide view, right, we're not looking at it in linear mode right now, we're looking at it in wide view. There are so many more days left than the ones that have passed. At least I pray that that's the case, right? And to wrap up, I want you guys to understand the fact that when you play a video game, you control the video game. When you go to cook a meal, you decide which ingredients you're going to put into it. When you're driving a car, as I am doing right now, you determine where the steering wheel is aimed and how far you press the accelerator and how fast you hit the brakes and how you make sure that you're looking at your surroundings to to not hit anybody. But why is it that when we go to achieve success, or when we decide that we're going to make a change in our life, that we expect for everybody else to control our thought process and decisions? I'll leave you with that. I want you guys to really think about that. Let it kind of ruminate a little bit, but this is a positive exercise. And this is what I'm going to ask you guys to do. And if you made it this far, you are one of the few. I want you to, in the comments below, write what is holding you back at this very moment from living the life that you want, from losing the weight that you want, from making that leap that you've been meaning to do career-wise, or relationship-wise, or buying that car, or inviting your family out to a trip? What is holding you back? Because there's always a reason. It's not always going to be as easy as saying, oh, it's this, or oh, it's myself. It's not that general. There's a root cause, and let's talk about it. That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here to, not as a professional, but as a human being, talk with you on how you can make your life that much bit better. All right? Thank you guys for taking your time to watch this. I really appreciate you. I hope you guys have nothing short of a beautiful day. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video. And also, if it brought you any value, I would wholeheartedly appreciate it if you took a moment to share this amongst your social platforms. Thank you and have a great day.